early this morning, and Tamworth 20 degrees, Moree 23, Narrabri 22. Now, while millions are being invested in medicinal cannabis research and production in Australia, the really big money is expected to be in recreational cannabis industry. The first step in legalising cannabis was taken last week by Liberal Democrat Senator David Leyonhjelm, when he introduced a bill into Parliament and the Senate voted to hold an inquiry. David Claughton asked the Senator how he thought the production of cannabis would develop if his bill was eventually passed.
It's a tremendous opportunity for farmers for an additional crop. There's no question about that. There's hemp seeds, although I understand that if it's not hallucinogenic varieties, there's some scope for doing that, producing that now. And the hemp plant, of course, for fibre. And they're regulating the medicinal side of things somewhat similar to poppies, growing opium poppies, which is bizarre, if you ask me. I think it's ludicrous. And of course, there's lots of it being grown illicitly anyway. So the question then would be, okay, if it was deregulated, what would be the potential? You could say for sure there'd be no imports. It would all be grown locally. So that would be good. There is some of it is imported. It would then become professionalised as well. So you would have farmers growing it on a proper commercial basis, like they grow corn or wheat or something like that. And, you know, they would improve their cropping techniques. There'd be some that would specialise in seeds, some would specialise in fibre, some would specialise in certain types of medicinal varieties. Others would specialise in the party drug. You know, they'd all be making a buck out of it. Then they would be selling to distributors of various kinds.
So this is where you differ as well, isn't it? Because the Greens' proposal was that the government would be the wholesaler. They'd all have to sell to the government. So how do you see that working? It would have to be a whole kind of another part of the supply chain popping up there.
Yes, the idea of the Greens that you would farmers would find it attractive to sell their crop to a Commonwealth agency, which would then be the only wholesaler, and that all the retailers would have to be licensed. I don't think a lot of farmers would find that very attractive. A lot would depend on the kind of prices that prevailed. Now, if the prices were too high, of course there'd be a lot of people saying, well, the hell with that, I'll go round the wholesaler and just set up a black market, as they do now. So that creates a whole new set of issues as well.
Senator Leyonhjelm speaking with David Claughton.